Good morning, everyone. It's a blessing to be able to share the devotion with you this morning. I hope you're all keeping well and just enjoying this nice weather that we've been having recently. I want to just share a thought or a couple of thoughts from today's Bible reading. It's one of my favourite passages in Scripture from Revelation chapter 5. And the book of Revelation, again, we've been through it fairly recently on our Wednesday night studies, and it's the revelation of Jesus Christ through the Apostle John. And the first few chapters deal with the letters to the churches, to the different churches, and then we get a glimpse into what's going on in heaven. And this chapter 5 is one of those insights into things that are to take place in the future in the heavenlies. And chapter 5 is just a wonderful revelation of Jesus Christ. John is looking at this picture in heaven, and there's a scroll that's being produced, and it seems that there's nobody that is worthy to open the scroll, and John starts to weep because there's nobody there to open this scroll. It's such significance that in this scroll, but yet there's nobody who's worthy to open it. And then he gets comforted. It says he wept in verse 4 because nobody could open it. But then in verse 5 it says, "But one of the elders said to me, 'Do not weep. Behold, the Lion of the tribe of Judah, the Root of David, has prevailed to open the scroll and to loose its 7 seals.'" In verse 6 says, "I looked, and behold, in the midst of the throne and of the 4 living creatures, and in the midst of the elders stood a lamb, as though it had been slain, having 7 horns and 7 eyes, which are the 7 spirits of God, sent out into all the earth. Then he came and took the scroll out of the right hand of him who sat on the throne." And this is just one of those moments of contrast between great anguish and just weeping and outpouring of emotion because nobody was there who was worthy enough to open this scroll. And then all of a sudden the angel says, "Don't worry, don't be afraid. Look, the Lion," and this is where we get another contrast, the Lion of the tribe of Judah. And we know that refers to Jesus, the conquering king, the lion signifying the conquering king. And then, that's what the angel says. But as John looks over, what he sees is a lamb, as if it was slain. And, it reminds me of that song that we sing, The Lion and the Lamb. And it's this wonderful picture of the victorious, conquering King, Jesus Christ, who accomplished that place of victory through suffering as a sacrificial lamb. And again, just a reminder that of all that Jesus did, all that he went through, he's the perfect sacrificial lamb. But that, and because of that and all that he did, he is now, and he will be when he takes the scroll, the conquering king, the Lion of the tribe of Judah. And we go on and read right through Revelation and see the things that take place in the tribulation and the victory that Jesus has, a temporary one and then a permanent one against the enemy. And we know what happens at the end. The following verses from verse 8 to 12 are just an outpouring of praise to the one who is worthy. And it's a wonderful passage of Scripture if you want to do some more studying, and hopefully we'll be reading that today as our daily reading. But just a blessing again to be pointing to Jesus. He is the author and finisher of our faith. He is the only one who will sustain and keep us through these times of challenge, of difficulty, of blessing, whatever it is and wherever or whatever you're facing today. Look to Jesus. Know him. Know that he is the Lion of the tribe of Judah. He was the lamb that was slain for you and I. God bless you all.